Hey everyone, and welcome back. So you can see in front of us, as promised in the last episode, we're going to fight Rufus the Foreman. First we're going to kill off the ads, but he's located right here in front of us. You see with the V-Blood icon. If we zoom out, he's down here at the bandit logging camp. So that's why it's nighttime. Let's go ahead and knock out some of these ads. So just to show everybody, we're still in our basic gear, the low-level plated bone guard leggings set with the bone ring. We're still using just basic copper axes. He's not a hard fight. He's a little bit longer than usual, but we could upgrade just by farming leather. But after him, we'll get into the tannery. So with that, it's just like the other fight. Learn his movements, learn his skill sets. At 50%, he'll start summoning ads. He'll use a multi-shot that's like 8 arrows at once, so dodge all of those. He does hit a little bit harder, and he's got a trapping move. And of course, now here he goes. There's his trap move. Just dodge his basic arrow shots as he gets going. Oh, I guess at 25% he'll summon ads. And when he powers up, watch out, those hit kind of hard. It shields all of his people.
I'm gonna call you target practice.
There's his multi-shot, and like I said, just wait till he exhausts himself. And we got caught, that's not good. Oh, he immediately retargets us. So he retargeted after our shield, or our shadow form. It's not that big of a deal, we should still be fine. Here comes the multi-shot.
Start running.
And then he's down. His ads will die as soon as you kill him, and that's all of his moves. He's not, like I said, he's not that hard. Then we'll go ahead and extract him. Remember, nothing will mess with you while you're extracting. They can't touch you. And that, guys, is Rufus the Foreman. So with that, we can build the larger storage crate now. There's bigger ones after that too, so we'll just keep climbing up. And then we can start focusing on hunting down Keely, so we'll try to get to her in just a minute. We made it back to base, so let's go ahead and start tracking our next person, which is going to be Keely the Frost Archer. You can read the description if you want to. She's going to give us 1 power, which is unknown at the moment. We'll get the tannery, which we desperately need to start building our next level of weapons and armor so that we can make leather. And these are the new recipes we get. Traveler's Wrap, 12 max health, sun resistance plus 15. Empty canteen, we can use that for potion making. And then of course the leather, like I said. So we'll just hit track blood. And now we're currently tracking Keely the Frost Archer, so we'll get to her in just a minute. Let's see what new research we have and what we can learn. So I've been saving these books and paper. So we'll do a take all. Click on our research desk. So we've got the Dusk Watcher's ring. Click on that and then hit research. That's a pretty decent ring once we get the materials to make it. Next, we've got books for workshop walls. So let's research that. And we have books for garden decor. So we're going to research that. And then alchemy lab flooring. So this is one of the floors that will apply bonuses to it once we get to the alchemy stuff. And from there, we've got 101 pages. So we've got to do 2 more randoms. So hopefully, I'm hoping we get some either armor or some weapons. I'd really like to get the axes. So hit discover. We got the Night Stalker vest, which would be nice to have too, because then we can build a complete set. And then hit discover again. 2 pieces of this. We got slim bookcases, distinguished slim bookcases. So that's a bigger storage shelf. So let's go ahead and check that out in just a second. Let's store everything back. Like I said, save your duplicates. We'll devour those, and eventually that'll give us more paper. Each one will give us 10 pieces of paper. So if we go to build, go to storages, this is where you can find the new chest we just got, the big stash, which is what we built right here. Next to that, the big stash holds 21, the small crates hold 14. Then we have the bookcases, and we get 2 of those, and these hold up to 28 items. They take 8 planks, 8 copper ingots, so it's well worth the cost. We could build the vampire lockbox, which holds 14 items, and that'll keep enemy players from looting those specific 14 items. We don't need that because we're playing solo right now. But if you're on a PvP server and you've got really good gear, you're going to want to save it there. So we're tracking her now, so we'll go find her location, upgrade some of your weapons and gear. I don't think we have anything we can touch just yet, but like the Duskwatcher's ring, it's 11.5 spell power, so it's more than double what we currently have. 2 physical power and 5% physical critical strike. We need 4 crew topazes, 1 greater blood essence, and 8 grave dust. So to get your greater blood essence, if you're working ahead of me right now, you're going to want to use your blood press. And these are your recipes for those. So you can use rats to get just blood. You can use tainted hearts to get blood essence. You can use unsullied hearts, which are dropped from the stronger mobs. 4 of those will make 1 greater blood essence. And then you get to the higher level recipes later. We don't need the primal blood just yet. But like I said, save all of your hearts. Save all your blood essence. You're going to use it faster than you can make it once you get to the high level gear. So from there, let's get back to farming, and then we'll find Keely and kill her, and we'll get that posted. So we finally made it to Keely the Frost Archer. I was wrong. She's located over here on this side of the map. I can zoom out a little bit to help you out. So she's right here in the Bandit Trapper Camp. This is also a great place to get leather. I've already found a ton of that in coarse thread and paper. So she's patrolling kind of around these tents right here, so you're going to want to clear out all the ads. That's her in front of us. She's a level 20 V-Blood. We're still in our basic gear. Most of it's about to break. Let's go ahead and kick this fight off.
You're looking a little
So kill off all the ads,
Let me
because
cool
you need to
you off.
evade her frost arrows. She shoots 3 at once. She also has another move where she freezes the area around her. Do not fight her inside a building unless you're really, really confident. Try not to let her freeze you. She does hit kind of hard. And besides that, just learn her attack patterns, dodge her. She also turns invisible. You can see her blur slightly. But like I said, if she hits these cages, the animals will come out and they'll attack you, most likely. So unless you want the extra ads, watch out. And then I like to use the terrain just to make the fight easier. I need to bait her back because I didn't kill the ads on this side. So if she's getting too close to ads, just pull back. She'll come to get into target firing range. And like I said, she has one more move that we need to make a note of. I'm currently using like the same basic gear. I know I didn't go over it like I typically do. Alright, this is the move. You want to avoid that almost at all costs. It will hurt really bad. And then of course there's a patrol, so they're probably going to aggro. So let's see if we can't just pull everything back. And she's really not a hard fight, it's kind of annoying. And she's down, so we're going to extract the blood. Like I said, pretty simple fight. From here on, we should have the tailoring hut now, so we can just use that to build the next level of armor and weapons as we unlock the recipes. And she exploded and killed the patrol, so we kind of lucked out on that. Grab all of our paper, hearts, grab all your bones, hide, and everything else that you need. Break all your crates, get all the already upgraded leather, so you can get a step ahead, guys. So from here, we're going to head back to base. We'll get that built. So we're continuing on with this episode. We've killed a couple of the bosses. We have our tracking and everything else set up. Lydia the Chaos Archer, but let's go ahead and start tracking in case we want to fight her. Next, let's see, do I have enough inventory space? Let's go ahead and take all these books, or at least some of them. If we can hold them. We'll store the copper. Do what research we can with what little we have left. Why did I grab that? And see what new stuff we can learn. So we've got the hearth panel walls. Let's go ahead and research that. Assortment of simple candlesticks. Again, most of this is all deco on the top up here. So stone ornaments, we'll hit that one. Assortment of windows. And then Merciless Night Stalker gloves. Because I'd really like to get the full armor set, and as well as all the weapons and the magic items. Consumables I'm not that worried about right now. We can get those later. We do want to get a spear made and as much armor as possible because it's time to upgrade. Sitting at level 21, gear score is kind of hurting us. Alright, so that's all the books that we can currently use. Let's go ahead and hit discover twice. So now we have the Merciless Copper Sword. Hit it again, and we have the Merciless Hunter's Crossbow. So we can put all of our books back. We don't need those for now. Get back all of our ore. You can hit sort right here at the bottom, and you'll auto sort. So we've gone ahead and done a little bit more building in case you've noticed this other door over here. We went ahead and expanded our castle out as we cook from the sunlight because it's time to start using flooring. So we've got new flooring, which I'll set up. If we come in here by pressing B, go to castles, floors. Right here you have castle flooring. Here you've got forge flooring, and then right here we've got alchemy lab flooring. So under forge flooring, that's what we're going to want to use to get the bonuses for setting up our smelters, so that, like I said before on the earlier videos, right here it says in a confined castle room. So this counts as a castle room that's confined. So we've got a 25% speed boost. Next will be the cost with matching floor. So the goal here is we'll build probably bust out one of these walls. I know I didn't go over it before, but if you want to knock a wall out, press B, and then you just hold spacebar while hovering over the item you want to delete, and it'll get rid of it. We're not going to delete that right now. I'm just going to expand out on that on my own. My horse died right here, so don't worry about that. So let's go to our simple workbench. I've gone ahead and built a couple pieces of armor, a whole set. We still need to upgrade it. And I made a spear, just a basic copper spear, so that we can upgrade. I think I'm going to make a copper sword, though. I'd rather use that, I believe, instead of the spear. We might make both just to test them out. We're also going to make a blood rose ring so that our spell power goes up. But the primary point right now is to go to the production tab, go to refinement, and to build our tannery. So we're going to set it here for now until we can find a home for it. So there's the tannery that we had to kill the archer for. And from here you can see your recipes just like last time, so we can put our hide in here to get leather. That way we can make as much armor as we want to. If we use fish oil with pristine hide, we'll get pristine leather. We don't need to worry about that for a really long time. That's more in-game armor. And then of course we can make empty canteens. Beyond that, we do need to make... I wanted to make some more furnaces. I like to work with 3 of those. So we're going to get... let's go get 2 of those set up. Now be careful... Actually, we're not going to build those right now, because you want to be careful with those, because they will draw from your heart. Because it's based on your crafting item, or your crafting appliances. So I think that's all we need for just this moment. We could build some windows if we really wanted to. Like here, these are the decorative doors. And then I built 2 different walls here, so they're windowed walls when we expanded. So we could put windowed bars, wooden window hatches. The windows do open and close. We can do Gothic clear. And then we got royal red and black, which I don't have the mats for. We need glass. And glass is going to be an item one of the most important items to keep up with. But besides that, I think we just need blood if we wanted to lay down some flooring. Not much else to do besides to gather more researchable items. We do have carpets in here. That's going to take a lot of stuff we don't have much of right now, which is carpet rolls. Wallpapers, that's the decorative hearth panels. So if you wanted to decorate your walls, you could. You get paintings and things that you can put up also. Pillar ornaments, if you have pillars and you want to put up statues on them. Exteriors, just your stairs. Universals, more of the decorative items. And then lighting, we can put natural lighting like torches. So you can set them on the floor. Or eventually we'll get the floor stands, like right here at my bed, standing lights. So we can set those on the floor if we wanted to. It'll provide a source of light in the area. I'm not going to build a bunch of that right now. I don't care about the deco. We're just trying to rush to iron. So trying not to be too long-winded, let's go ahead and knock out these items here. So you can store items on the bottom of your crafting benches if you want to keep them there for later, like your resources you need to make items. So since we have it, let's go ahead and make a merciless copper spear. And it'll eat the regular copper spear. We can just store that here. To make the sword, we need sapphire and a copper sword, so we can make one of those and go ahead and queue it up. And then for the upgraded version, we need, like I said, we need sapphire, so let's go ahead and grab some of that. Fruit sapphire, we'll grab a stack there. Let's get some leather to being made. And now that we have the forging forward, you do not want to forge any more ingots and things until you move that forward to save you on having to farm more materials. Alright, so we've got the sword there. We're going to queue up another one. The secondary version usually goes a little bit faster. Go ahead and make us a blood rose ring, because that's the only thing I have mats for until we go into the graveyards. Which is why I'm going to get the gear score up, because all the mobs there are ranging from like 26 to 30. And from that, then we have our upgraded versions here. So let's see if we have enough mats to get some of that done. So there's our new jacket, some new pants, and some new gloves. And since the sun has been such an issue, we can actually grab some cloth. And we can, if you have the DLC, you can make the Immortal King's Drape. So we're going to make one of those. Like I said, it's going to give us some sun resistance and extra hit points, which is never a bad thing. Now you can find helmets in the game like this Bone Guard mask, but they're not going to add any stats to you. Alright, so we can take that out, it auto equips. And then let's go ahead and take all of this armor out and see what our gear score goes up to. I wish we had the boot recipe so we could get the full set bonus, but we'll just have to keep fishing around until we find it. Let's see, we can zoom in if y'all want to see what it looks like. The graphics of the game actually aren't that bad. It's just every place while they're zoomed out. Let's go from these chests. Alright, so we'll hit tab, and unfortunately it's going to follow my mouse cursor, so it is what it is. And we'll put on our new gear. So our gear score was 2021. I think our blood's boosting it, so we're actually level 20. Now that we have our new armor on, our hit points are up to 269. We actually need to put our ring on too. And then we can equip whichever weapon we want, the axe or the spear. Or, I mean, the sword or the spear. So there's a sword. It also comes with its own ability, a Q. So we can do a spin move. The spear's about this, it does something different, so give it about 2 seconds. And just a directional attack. Not a huge fan of the spear. It works well enough, and the distance on it's nice because you can stay away from the enemies. But now we're at gear score level 34. And I believe with this we can now, I want to say, harvest iron ore. So let's take a look at that really fast. There should be a node out here. Yep, so now with our merciless copper weapons, we can actually get iron ore. And with that, guys, I think we're going to call out on episode 3. Like I said, I know episode 2 Beginner's Guide was kind of long-winded. It took a minute, but we've knocked out 2 bosses here. We took out Keely the Frost Archer. We took out Rufus the Foreman. We did a lot more researching, and that should be a pretty big piece of it all. We'll actually probably go ahead and we can go ahead and lay out one of those rooms and then see what that looks like, and then we'll call it quits there. So as promised, let's go ahead and lay out that room. In case anybody's interested, I'll do it on camera this time just to show you. From now on, we'll probably just build them out separately. So let's go ahead and hold down our space bar. It's going to open up this. We're going to put a doorway in. It's a castle walls. Drop one of those in. We're going to put in one of our fancy doors with a servant lock so that when we get servants, they can't open and close it. Then we'll come outside. We're going to have to probably clear some of these trees as we go. But I think I'm going to start the forge room on this side. And like I said, we'll eventually get around to decorating and moving the castle around once we max out the level. Alright, so castle floors. Let's go to our forge floors. Actually, I needed to grab some blood. We'll be right back. Okay, so we got the blood. We're back. Let's do this. So you have different types of flooring you can use, our pattern-wise anyways. So we have the redoubt pattern, and we have the sigil. We are using the redoubt on my PvP game, so I'm going to use this separate one to see what it looks like. Now remember, like I said before, anything that's built like this, you cannot... Might actually want to put this on the other side. Let's see, there's going to be 1 forge, 2 forge, and put storage there. Yeah, we'll make this work for now. So like it's blocked by environment, but anything that we put this stuff on top of will not respawn until after you remove it. So like I said, I'm trying to plan this out in my head. So I want at least 3 forges, so we need to come out at least 3 wide. Later on, we'll be getting more advanced things, and that's when we'll just push the actual whole wall itself out. And this will allow for at least 2 or 3 storages, which we can go ahead and do that now so we can get everything in the same place. Let me see, storage is here. Let's get the larger bookcases built. So you can put them back to back like I did if you want multiple storages. For now, we're just going to go with this and put them side by side. And you're going to need a lot of storage as you play the game because you're going to need more and more materials. Alright, so 6 should be more than enough, at least for a while. Should have put a wall up first. We're probably on the way now. Because like I said, you want this stuff to be Yeah, see, it's being blocked. So we'll go out one more flooring. Not a big deal. And we'll put the door on this side because we'll have smelters and forges over here. Again, it wants... Oop, that is not the right thing. Spacebar, delete it. Get one of these, slap that in there. And then we'll add a regular door. And as you see, we've got our ceiling on here now. Roof, this is an enclosed room with a proper forging floor. So we can move our furnace over there. Let's go ahead and grab everything out of it. Just press B, left click that. You can move it from here too. You don't actually have to run all the way in there. So we'll set the first one here. It's in an enclosed space and with flooring, and I'll show you that it's getting its boost in just a second. Let's go ahead and move our crates over here. We're going to get rid of these. So let's click on it, and you'll see at the top now it's Castle Heart powered. It's getting a plus 25% from being in a confined room and has matching flooring for a minus 25% cost. So you should see everything's being reduced. We've got the advanced recipes all showing. We'll get to those later. And while we're here, you know what? Might as well go ahead and drop these other two. So production, refinement, Q and E to rotate, and then make sure we're not standing in the way. So like I said, we'll just do 3 for now. Eventually we might expand even more than that. That way we're not taking things on and off, because we're not on a PvP server, so we don't have to worry too much. And then we have all of our ore. By this time you should be saving up all the quartz you find, sulfur, copper, iron, and everything else. Beyond that, you might notice you can't make iron ingots yet, because the recipe's right here, so it's 15 iron ore to make 1. We'll have to go kill another boss to get to that point. And that was one of the things I wanted to cover too, now that I'm reminded myself. So if you noticed in the Blood Altar earlier, we couldn't see bosses because it said we were too low level. Now there's more showing up because we're at our current level. We can go all the way up to like the Putrid Rat. It allows you to transform into a rat. Grayson the Armorer is going to be one of the next ones that we fight soon. He's going to give us the 5-finger workboards, the long boards, and these are workshop floors. Assortment of statues, and then the recipe for whetstones and a power. Goreswine the Ravager, we'll probably fight him really soon. He's going to give us skeletons. Ghouls, you can make these from the recipe we'll get of the tomb. You can you'll put items in there and it'll spawn certain enemies, so we can go over that when we reach it. And the Nocturne Gates and 2 powers. Lydia the Chaos Archer, like I said, we're probably gonna hold off on her just for a minute, but she gives us the Devourer, and that's what you can put in any old gear and books you want to break down paper. From there, like I said, we'll just have to keep working our way up. We've got Clive the Fire Starter, more cosmetics, and the alchemy table, which would be nice to have. Then we have Pelora the Feywalker. That's going to give us the Vampire Waygate so we can teleport. And also minor garlic resistance brew, which will come in handy later. The bear allows you to transform into bear, but he's not that important. We'll probably hold off onto him for a very long time. There's really no point in fighting him, because you're never really going to use the bear form. Nicholas the Fallen is going to give us the study, which is the next research level. And then Quincy the Bandit King, level 37. That's the guy that's going to allow us to make iron. So you can see we're getting close. We're almost at the proper level. We do, like I said, we need to finish getting our boots. Definitely need a better ring so we can do more damage. From there is one more item I forgot about that we can build. It's going to be under crafting, and it's the woodworking bench. We're going to need animal hide for that. So if we press B, we can come down here, woodworking bench. We just drop it wherever. It takes up a decent amount of space. Now if we come up to here, we'll have some new recipes, so we can make the crossbows if we want to shoot range attacks. You can make painting frames to make paintings, sculpted wood, that's all cosmetic stuff. And then we have the fishing pole. So with the fishing pole, you can go fishing, so for that we would need some coarse thread. I know I've had people asking me how to fish, so let's go ahead and do that. So we just craft one of those. It's going to take 50 seconds. So once that's done, we'll be right back. I'm going to drop some of this stuff off. So we've got our fishing pole. Let's go ahead and get the wolf form. If you didn't see my last, or one of my previous videos, the leave wolf form, just press control or attack. Now we're going to press 3, get our fishing rod out. So you see these little blurry spots right here in the water? That would be fish. So let's go ahead and go. So you just left mouse button once at that spot. If you're close enough to it, you'll cast your rod. And then you just wait, and there'll be a sound and an animation to let you know that you've caught something. As soon as that happens, you left click again. So that was it. You'll see that what we just caught fell at our feet. A fierce stinger. And you can use fish to get fish oil, fish bones. Fish oil is very important later on for getting your later in-game gear. So make sure you pretty much save all fish oil and glass if you don't save anything else, because you're going to need it. And that, guys, we're going to call the end of this episode, because we've been going for a minute. We've got a lot done this time, and I'll catch you on the next one. I hope this helped you out. As always, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.